Alright, that should be the socials and everything. So for just the VOD as well, welcome, welcome. It is officially February and a month has suddenly gone by in a blink of an eye. We're going to be farming some Valentines South event as well as the 4.5 anniversary event. I've barely touched it this time. I've learned my lesson and hopefully it'll be pretty productive. I'll just kind of like chat and talk about just the channel and anybody who drops by. So, first of all, these cards were an absolute jump scare. I'll say it. Like, they're really attractive, really hot, especially Brad, as you probably saw. And, well, I got baited. I'll just say that. I got baited. Especially because I'm like, you know, a cool team would be pretty good. So, yeah, this is my makeshift, Valentine squad. Still can't tell whether this art's better or the other Aki one. Maybe I'll just switch to this one just a little bit just to see how it is. But really, it's just, wow, they went like full stop with this art. Like compared to, I mean, if we look at like East last year, it was kind of like pretty mild. Like there's like a little bit of temptation. This time it's just like, they just dropped it. Oh, I'm still using those skins. I need to switch that. So, absolutely just surprising. And I'm still working on the review VOD right now. I still have to get my script out of the way. Hello, Rebel. How is your afternoon today? And I hope it's doing well either way. It's nighttime. Well, I hope night's been going well too. Hope you're not like me who's just like, oh yeah, it's nighttime, I'm gonna have some more coffee. You know, just be like, gotta keep working. I just kind of started and I just was like, alright. I'm still working on the Valentine's South review video. So I'm almost done scripting and then I can record. So I'm hoping to get that up by Friday, Saturday. And I also know it's pretty late, but I decided to take one of the suggestions one of the viewers mentioned consideration. So I put a small, like a YouTube short for both Polar Star Faith and Dino. Just a quick, a quick review. If people just want to get like the really high level stuff, like whether they should roll or not roll or what to look out for. So I'll be doing that with Valentines South as well. And see how that works out. I'm thinking of just doing it with the banner characters as well, but I don't know if it'd be worth it if I use it for like the welfare such as Brad. Let me just fix the outfits as well to show them properly, or at least Brad and Akira. I don't actually have Valentine's Oscar or Valentine's Will. Somehow, in some way, I managed that. Thank you. I appreciate that they're useful. Yeah, I'm just like, I'm just kind of worried that like, oh, if they're useful, I don't know if it's a matter of like timing as well, or if I should actually push out shorts first, because those are much easier to make versus an actual video whatsoever. Like do that as like a litmus test and then do the full review later. But part of me feels like if people just look at the shorts, then they're not going to look at the review video. So, I'm still thinking on that. I'm getting a little bit algorithm brained. I mean, there's still plenty of time to go for Brad if you don't have him yet. I'd get at least one copy. It's just 5 million. So I think it's possible unless you're really busy. Even then, I'll just give like a quick preview. I would say that this Brad's skill set is not that good compared to past welfares. Like, it's workable, but it's like, you don't really need him, but he looks hot. So, you know, that might just be what matters. That's fair, and that would, yeah, level 70 is usually like, that's usually the safe place to go because you get the special cut as well, and that's where I'm gonna be putting like most of my evaluation is. Don't go out of your way unless you really like him, which is absolutely fair. And for the thumbnail for the review video as well, I'm trying something else with the cutout renders I had to edit. It seemed that, like, I did a quick litmus test for Polar Star as well, so I'm just trying out this format and see if it works, or if I should just stick with the taking the splash art and just putting in the different icons. I think at this point, having event banner review just on my thumbnails is kind of a mainstay, so I don't think I can get rid of them at this point. But like I said, experimenting. It's part of the fun. Yeah, gotta vote for your fave, right? I'm probably going to dump my votes into probably Wedding Faith. I'm basic like that. And then if I have extra, I'm probably gonna do it in RPG Gray because his outfit looks really nice. I will say that my classes are starting to get a bit busy though, so I told myself I'm going to make a guide for Survive event, and I still haven't done that yet because I'm still busy with all of this and just kind of I'm playing more of a manager role in that I'm just like overseeing everything while also doing work, scheduling stuff. So that's why I'm kind of a little bit here and there and all over the place, and still looking at my backlog of stuff that I need to do for Twitch as well. It's so nice. It's like very like subdued, but also just very sharp, and I love that. Like, don't get me wrong, Troubadour Gray looks amazing too, but I gotta pick one, and I'm like, I gotta go with the really nice the really nice fit. If I could vote for both, I would, but one must win, and it has to be RPG Gray. I think it'd be really interesting to see Valentines Akira outside this event, because even then he still hits pretty hard for like what's like in the first 3 turns, despite being level 70. So that's why I'll probably try and practice to see what the rocker event. But even then, it's just like, if you need a cool set, you can just mix and match between Halloween and Valentines South, and you're pretty solid for now. Even though it's kind of it's a 2 DPS setup because you have Akira and Will. I do actually wish they brought Sim Room back though, because that was Sim Room has always been a pretty nice event, but it came at a time where people didn't really have a lot of tools to work with, so it was just bullying. Like for example, oh, use mentors or use just like it's like use mentors, but then there weren't a lot of good mentor cards that were accessible unless you whaled. At this point now, you can just be like, hey, I'm gonna whip up some team with like for example, like Valentines Ash as your main DPS, and you can build from there. But for back then, it was just, oh, if you just didn't roll for everything, you're gonna flop or take multiple attempts. That's wild that you dodged him so long and he finally came over. But that just shows how the gacha rolls. Oh. That's... Oh, I see. Well, now you can. You can delete your messages, but remember that this is recorded live and other people can look later. So, like, as usual, please exercise caution in what you type for the first time. In any case, I am being a bit more active and just playing around with the like the algorithm, what is actually interesting, because first of all, I know that this is a very niche area, so it'd be very difficult to get subs, but one of my goals for this year is to get this channel monetized, which is a pretty ambitious goal, considering you need like 500 subscribers and maybe like 3,000 watch hours, I think, just like for bare minimum, like memberships. I don't think anybody will participate in it, but just actually reaching it would be pretty great. So if I do like branch out in games on this channel, probably it will also be in the Josei Muke section, but like I would have to kind of get a vibe or feel for it, especially since I'm essentially diving into something new, and I'm a bit worried that like people are gonna be like, oh, this is not HELIOS stuff, bye-bye. Yeah, like in the international, like our international Western area, there's very little, which is like, I totally get it because it's mainly a Japanese game. So if we want to put in marketing terms, there's a need and I'm trying to fill the niche. It's just that there doesn't seem to be much demand, but you know what? The main goal anyways is just, if this is helpful, and that's good enough for me. Even if I get monetized, I'm gonna get like 2 cents. Hello, Cadaver. I was told something like "break my case" is the English. Oh, the "break my case" is the English name for it. So haven't really had a chance to look around on it. Probably after this semester ends, I could probably take a look. And yeah, end stars, like as much as like it would be good, it's already pretty saturated. At that point, it's just I don't feel as useful. Like I mentioned this before, Love in Deep Space is what I was initially considering, but then I took a look at the community and I was like, this is not a community who would find what I can provide helpful. So it's better that I don't do this and just kind of like, you know, let people have their fun in that way. It's not a good fit, basically. Hope your day's been going well, by the way, Cadaver. But yeah, so I would have to like dig through it and just see if it's actually a good fit or if there's something I can make out of it. Because ultimately, if it's not useful for people, I don't see any point to make it, because you know, a product or service is only useful if people find it useful. You know, help is only help if it's helpful, right? I've never played Promise of Wizards, so I could not say yes or no to that. It was just a suggestion that was told to me, and I will consider it. So since it's not a new game, I think the last thing I want to do is if there's already people who are doing what I'm doing right now for it, then I don't want to like step on their toes. Other than that, I've just also been trying to develop the Twitch side of just the whole content creation thing. So it's where I play games that are not Josemuke's, but like I basically beat Lobotomy Corp yesterday. Not yesterday, Monday. Feels like a yesterday to me. Wild. So it's definitely a very different audience compared to Helios, and that's why I'm like, while I put the link down there, I don't expect anybody to actually take a look, and I just record my VODs there onto the channel and see where that takes me as well. Yeah, that's alright, that's good to know. It's just because I assume it's in completely in Japanese, so it would take me time to actually look at it and just try to understand. Well, you gotta make sure you hit the bell for my for the streams on Twitch. But I typically stream Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, starting at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Strategy is nice. I'm just hoping it's not like 18 Trip, where I thought it was sort of similar to Arknights, but really it's just very brain dead. I don't... I'll admit I haven't really caught up to it now, but like... That was my biggest issue with 18 Trip. Is like, okay, grindy points, okay, sure, that's fine. But the fact that there was just very little strategy to it, and I was like, man, what if I'd like to struggle to learn? Which is why I play difficult games like Lobotomy Corporation, the Shin Megami Tensei series, soon to be Library of Arena once I 100% LobCorp. It's a match 3 game. Okay. I'd still have to take a look. No problem. I'm actually thinking of posting like a weekly schedule on my Twitter and Blue Sky. Like, I only left the schedule just on my Twitch, really, which is totally understandable why people don't really see it, but I might do that. It just takes work because, you know, I have to build the graphic overlay and then figure out their art or something, and so, anyway, so basically it's just another thing on my long list of things I need to do but haven't done yet. But we'll see. It's just for now is these are just my current plans at the moment, and wanted to at least throw it out there, whether people watch this stream now or later, or look at the community posts, etc. I like to be pretty open about what people might be interested in, which is why you saw those like polls where I'm just like, hey, what do you guys think about X, Y, and Z? Because ultimately, like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just winging it. Like, you know, throwing something on the wall and see what sticks. And while there's people who are like, oh yeah, you should just follow this formula. And I'm like, I get that. I totally get that. But that kind of content is different from what I'm doing. Theirs is more like full-on entertainment content, while this is more like educational content. So Twitch is the entertainment one. That's where you get to watch me fail and you know, flop and kind of have fun in hard challenges. Pretty different. So, like, as you can see, I'm just kind of like trying to put feelers all over the place and see what sticks. And then I think I've been putting just a couple of like test shorts on TikTok as well, just to see how that works too, besides, as well as shorts on that secondary YouTube channel. So that also takes a bit of time debating Instagram, but either way, it's just a lot of expansion on the content I do create, both on this channel and the Twitch channel. So it's why it's like, all right, I could in fact just pay someone, and I get that, but they get expensive, and ultimately it's like, all right, do I have money for it? And the answer is typically no. It's typically no. Or in my case, where I want to make them myself, but also because I'm doing everything else, I just haven't had the time to set it out yet. I hope it does work out too, but if it doesn't, it's at least still useful because I am learning new stuff, like, okay, trying to understand like analytics, just like algorithm, and as well as learning DaVinci Resolve, which, as far as I'm told, is similar enough to CapCut that I can just write CapCut on the resume and it's just, you know, I can pretend I know it. Resolve is actually very powerful. It's just, for me, it's just like, my computer isn't really strong enough to handle that alongside everything else. But hey, being busy is not necessarily a terrible thing, as long as you pace yourself, or you know exactly what you're getting into. Better than being idle all the time. You're like, man, what am I doing with my life? It's something I learned the hard way, because I think with my last semester, where I was just kind of overloaded with work, I realized, wow, I feel more energetic to actually do stuff now, once I realized just how little time I actually have. You know, ignoring how I'm getting like 4 hours of sleep for that last 4 months. Editing is definitely a long process. Just like, if you looked at my early videos, you can see that I started with Adobe, I think it was Adobe like Premiere? Not Premiere, what was the software called? Yeah, Adobe Premiere. Okay, and I just kind of stitched images together. That was how simple it was back then. Stitch images and stitch, just put in the music. That's how simple it is. And then, from what I have now from my videos, even then I'm still a little bit dissatisfied because I feel like there's not enough visual interest. Maybe I can do some of the background. Or at least the background of like each character, but like just enough to keep it animated. I'm thinking about that, but like that took like actually spending a lot of time in making different videos. But it's like any skill, you have to like really practice with it. If anything, I'm just looking to see if I can then streamline stuff, but because all the, you can say the skills I use, they're all like different sizes. I can't just slap it in there into a single template and call it a day, unfortunately. I initially considered maybe having like a transition to a gameplay video of the card, but then I realized the problem is I would have to roll every single card for that. And that's why I don't really do the burst skill intro thing anymore, because I realized, damn, I'm gonna go broke real fast given my luck. So I had to scrap that. And I don't want to constantly ask people for like, hey, can you give me this footage? Because I feel really bad about that. If you don't see anything else, that should be it. Because usually Helios has they like to post all the rewards at once and just like let you kind of figure it out. Well, either way, I guess we'll figure it out together because I've done barely any farming since it was, since they've gone live, specifically so that I don't have something like happen like last time where I'm like, alright, I'm playing the Suika game. Either way, I'm probably gonna be hitting 100 millions in probably the next 30 minutes, and then I'll see about farming other stuff and then going back to this event. Either way, it's free rolls, so you know, either you win, or if you don't win, you just win harder. You just have to believe in winning harder, right? I'm gonna be real with you. I get that. I got 3 sages before my before I got 4th Annie Jude. So, but I also already got Nico. So like I'm just missing Bianchi out of the 4th Annie set. And I just kind of looked at it and was like, what if I just wanted the unhinged dude? And the game was like, no, 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 you get wholesome ones. Expectation for the April Fools this year? Honestly, I'm not expecting a lot. Like, maybe they might just do like a quick joke for a day. Like, probably something similar to the hedgehog frames. I don't expect anything big like the first Annie event where it was just like, hey, not Annie, first Annie, April Fool's event, which was an actual story. I'll expect it when we get those actual anime cutscene burst skills again, but I highly doubt it, given how long the game's been kind of going without them. It was one of the main draws is that, wow, we get like really animated burst skills. But I can understand. They take a lot to make, and even then, I expect that they'll take a lot of space because they're an actual movie file that needs to be played. Something tame isn't really bad though. You know what would be the funniest thing for an April Fool's joke? Hey guys, we're gonna show an animated short. And we're gonna bait you into thinking it's an anime. A horribly funny thing, but a funny thing nonetheless. I'm sure many people would, but also, you know, funny, haha. I think the main thing that's stopping them from making an anime is that they're just not enough, they're not making enough revenue to justify that sort of venture. Because, of course, first they have to make sure that, hey, is there somebody who would actually watch this and then probably buy, like, the anime movie sets? And two, is it worth diverting actual staff to work on said anime versus the game itself? But I would absolutely love an anime of this game because it feels really good, like really suited to actually have an anime. It's like yeah, I'd say it's seinen in that it's like mainly targeted towards a female audience, but also has enough like a shonen aspect, at least with both the story and everything, that it could be viable. And I'm pretty sure out there's probably like a fan, probably a Japanese fan, or a group of them who probably made some sort of anime, like kind of short in any case, just to be like, please, hand it over. Yeah, it's just, I guess it's just really unfortunate that it's likely not to happen despite our coping, despite the amount of money its fans do to support the game. I've never played Ride Commons, so I can't comment on that. I feel like HELIOS would do pretty well in the West anyways. Or at least the Western, like, global market. Mostly because, well, I'll say it, a lot of, like, Jose Muke games are just way too simple in gameplay. And so there's like this big gap of like games where you need at least a little bit of strategy, like Helios, where okay, you need to set up a good party or like people who work well together to actually, you know, you have to care about combat stats. But as much as I would like it to them to kind of introduce Helios to West, I would fear doing that because it would be like, oh well, I have to go free to play. There's no way I can do it. I can do 2 servers at once. Absolutely. Like, I think there needs to be a change in how Josei Muke games are treated. Like, just because a game is for girls doesn't mean that the gameplay has to be watered down or like non-existent. Because that's implying like, oh, female gamers are not capable of playing difficult games. And I find that really appalling. Like, yeah, they're like, I get it. In terms of like actual demographics, more female players do prefer like more casual games, and that makes sense. But that doesn't mean every single Josei Muke game has to be casual or like, you know, 2 buttons. Like, heck, look at like Love and Deep Space's success. And I will say this in that, yeah, the guys are hot. I'll say that. That's a big factor. But also the fact that it's an action RPG kind of game. That's a niche that hasn't really been touched here in the like the market, in the Josei Muke market. So even if you're not like into the boys, which is, you know, probably a very small demographic, it's a style of gameplay in a genre that you don't really see, and that could be, and that's the novelty enough for it. Oh no, I totally feel that as well. Like, it's like you gotta be efficient. That's how your brain is wired, because you're like, man, I feel, like as you say, you feel so accomplished, like you're actually being productive, and that makes us feel good. So that's how they get you with Loop Pass. Maybe one day they will recognize that girl gamers can be very sweaty if given the right incentive. Besides just climbing a ladder and farming over. I mean, like, actual complex gameplay. Because you better believe, with the right incentive, any player will be sweaty enough to complete a hard challenge. Not just guys. It's literally like Perquet no los dos situation. Why not be sweaty in game too? Give us a challenge. Let us flex more and be like, we love our... You know what? We can even angle as we love our husbando more because we completed a challenge like this. Sorry, you're gonna see my mouse cursor now. Let me just okay. Now you don't see my cursor now. So given this, yeah, see, the 300's already there, so I don't think they'll give any more than that. Alright, let's dump our tickets in. Exactly. Are you a real fan? And if you're not a real fan, that's your fault. Alright, Wedding Faith, sorry. We must dump everything into you. He's number 1. Oh wait, I'll just do 100 for now, just so I can get the rewards for everybody. Yeah. No problem. Alright, I'm curious. Oh, so yeah, the goods. Statistics? Yeah, that makes sense. I love statistics. I have to get one for him too, huh? Yeah. You know what? I'm rebelling. Vote for Ia, huh? Did you mean this one, Twee? Did you mean this one? Not how I don't want to talk about Halloween Victor. No. We don't do that here. All right, I get the appeal of this one, but you know what? I like this. All right. I did say, what the frick? You know, I disagree with that. No, one of the 4 stars has people don't like Troubadour Gray. No taste. I'll say it. No taste. Oh, here we go. All right. You said vote for Ia, right? You said vote for Ia, right? Do you mean... I know, right? You mean this one, right? Surely you mean this one, right? Let me just dump everything. No, I'm kidding. I'll do it for you. There we go. You guys 100 votes. There we go. I've done my part. I'll just be dumping probably more votes into this, ensuring that this one wins. All right, $5 super chat, right? I'm kidding. I can't have super chat right now. I'm not monetized. Oh, I clicked out of the game. All right, thank you for the 100 hearts. Either way, this is the plan for today. It's just kind of farming, just talk about stuff and everything, and just hoping for the best. Alright, what do they want from me? They want... I see. Okay. Well, I mean, there's more tickets here. If that was what you were asking earlier, Rebel. Just by, you know, a collective voting by everyone. And over here with more chocolates. So you can see there's by voting 4,500 times, you can get another ticket as well. So I'll probably be hitting that as eventually. And you have a lot of time to do it. So just gonna quickly just do these real quick and then go back to farming the main event. I will say, I will be one of the people who is going to be voting for the Circus Ash. It's just too hilarious to pass up. I probably won't buy the merch, but I need to see it. I want to buy more stuff, but also merch expensive. if I let it go out of control like I did. I think I spent like probably like 20k yen or so on merch like in December. And that's not even getting the GBF body pillow. Hello, Misha. So let's see how South actually does against a without a bonus. Here we go. Let's see what happens. Hope you two are doing well. I'm actually gonna plug in my phone just in case the battery comes out. Oh, yeah, that was a good thing. My battery's like 68%. Misha, just a reminder, remember, this is going to be on my channel afterwards, so gonna remember that. Remember, everything here is going to be also on the it's going to be on the channel. You can delete it if you want. Yeah, just don't go any further than that. I'm not sure if I can edit off the VOD, but yeah, just as a reminder, remember, live video recorded. In any case, it'll be interesting to see. Just to see who wins. Like, obviously what we are interested in is kind of different than what like the majority of the player base is. But I will say this, picking New Year's Oscar, like, just like that, that's a basic choice. I'll say it. It's a very basic choice. What were the other options for Keith again? Because if Halloween Keith is there, I'm like, I'll say it, I will vote for that full stop. The animated burst skill is just way too good, especially when he kisses the skull. Like, I'm weak to that. Evolve the uninvolved Mahjong Keith. Really? They couldn't pick a third one? Oh my god. That's a waste! Actual waste. Hello, you have a bunch of Keith cards and you're just like... Mahjong Keith twice? That's like when, you know, just like bringing it and showing it again. Where were the previews for the cards you could pick again? I just actually want to see which cards are being considered for each character. We could have had Nate Keith, we could have had Casino Keith, but we don't. We could have had that. We were this close to greatness. You put it on the wiki. I will have to take a look while I set this up because I want to know. We could have had Nate Keith. We could have had this. I'm doing this on purpose. Jude will be useful. I should have put in Rising Hero Jude, but here we are. right, forgot. By the way, sound warning. Sorry about that. There's no Monster Hunter, Jude? Oh my gosh, what a waste. You know what? I'm blind. I'll look for it later. I can't find it. Actually blind. With a capital B. Uh, 4.5. Annie. Oh, I am actually blind. It's literally on a different tab. I just can't see. Don't look at me. Do not look at me. I'm actually blind. I think it's okay. I would have to check for moderation. What is the moderation settings? Huh. Defaults. I think no, you cannot put links in the chat. Yeah, they'll be held, so it's fine. It's fine. Thank you for directing me either way. I'd probably vote for Spy Marion because, you know, I'm weak. Actually weak. I see what you mean. I'll probably vote for I'll say it. I'll vote for New Year's Brad only because Gentleman or Suits Brad has hurt me. He's hurt me in a way. I think juniors would be difficult because I don't really feel strongly for any of them. Same with Billy, but I'll probably pick its ninja version, I guess. Will's Knight version better win, though. And Gas's Valentines version, I'll say it, it better win. And also Lost Zero Dino, that better win. For good reasons. I'm surprised that they picked Golden Section Akira out of all of the Akiras. Same with the first Storm. Oh, things have happened just like they should be. So I'll probably just vote for like the OG Jude because, you know, at this point, if I can't have RPG Jude, this is what I'll get next. And nobody can stop me. If I have to vote for Billy, I'm gonna be voting for Ninja. I'm sorry, Tweet. I already voted for Ia. Sorry. You use your ticket right there. I'm not salty at all that I missed Will's Night. Not salty in the slightest. As I'm very salty. Yeah, if it was Detective Billy, like, honestly, he would probably win just because he's a goddamn meme. And I'm like, I get it. I get it. Always plagues my rolls, and I'm just like, stop that. Get out. The ones who do haunt, oh, Pirate Ash haunts you. I would like some of that. I get haunted by North. They've just disrespected me at every single turn. They just come up and they're like, "Hi there," and I'm like, I don't want to spend time with any of you right now, except maybe Marion, but not right now. Oh.
Okay.
I don't know if you want to be haunted, because I'm always haunted by Victor. I'm not sure if you want that. Just double checking. Yeah, not anybody but him. Yeah, unfortunately he haunts me at like the worst opportunity. I just blink and I look back and it's like he's just like right behind me and I just jump.
Okay.
I think in hindsight, I probably should have just used my Splatoon set, but also, I'm stubborn. You have enough of the red angry boy. You don't have enough until you're haunted. Not just Victor, but also Ren likes to stalk me at random times. That's fine. That's acceptable. I am hoping to get second Annie Jr. and Keith, of only because I can finally say, hey, I'm a Westie with my second Annie set, instead of pulling for my faves.
Okay.
Faith's birthday gacha is either going to be, I'm going to sack him in the free rolls, which is not likely going to happen given my good luck lately. Which you probably, if you haven't seen my gacha VOD for December and January, you'll see it. But it's gonna probably be a bloodbath, and you know, if you see that that entire section's about like 15 minutes long, don't worry about it. I say that, but I have a limit for the Halloween, not Halloween. I have a limit for the birthday banners, just 30 rolls. If I don't get it, I don't get it, and that's okay. Oh yeah, OG Ash also likes to haunt me as well. And just reminds me, hey, you're also a whale too. And I'm like, I get it. I totally get it.
Okay.
I think Oscar's frame should be previewed like tonight though. And then everybody will either be happy or be like, wow, we can't get Oscar. Sadness. Because Oscar's not here anymore. He's Iya, remember? Haha. Haha. Oh, already done. I just realized. I blinked. Uh-huh. Who's Oscar? We only know who Ia is, right? Right? It would have been really nice, or nice in the sense of they're being very true to lore, if Oscar just did not show up in this event and be like, hey, we expect South to be really happy, while essentially they lost a member. That's that's the real Valentines. All right, deal with it. Oh yeah, that was just a quick preview. If anybody managed to catch that, I'm just gonna quickly dump these. What's the worst that can happen? That's fine. That's how my luck should be. 8 2-stars. It does. It would have been a nice, wholesome Valentine's event. Instead, we get fan fiction. But yeah, like to put in perspective, about, oh, why are you here, Gast? Okay, let me just fix this. Where are you? Here you go. Do this for now. But yeah, just to put in perspective, Bianchi is not here. I know, right? I think that's just the one thing I'm kind of disappointed about. Oh, I see. It was farming lock on the last night, huh? Kind of disappointed about. It's just like, oh, they don't really reflect it, and I get it because part of it is like, hey, we want to make sure that, like, oh yeah, don't worry, your Oshi's here, right? But also, damn. Twee, what's wrong? Why are you making the match face? What's happening? Well, what's happening? Why are you match? Are you jealous of Jude? I get it if you're jealous of Jude. You know, anybody would kill to have somebody look at you like Jude looks at Bianchi, right? You say anti-heroes, I mean, there's 3rd anniversary, right? All we really know is that by 2nd anniversary, a year has passed. So, well, and I think for 4th Annie, it's just kind of like, I don't think they really mentioned anything specific. Like, for example, I think it was, there were cards I were referencing, it was the New Year's North ones that are just before Polar Star, so we know that. It's okay, I also have Polar Star Faith. I just didn't sack him like you did. Yeah, August or so. I mean, Polar Star Part 1, so I don't think it's going to be a 1-parter. It's going to be a 2nd part. I'm assuming it's actually going to be 3 parts in general, like Polar Star Part 1, middle, and end. But we'll have to see. If a place happens to be as tropical as the Midsummer Survival Island in September, let me know. And don't say Hawaii. Or any other, holiday retreat areas.
柔道ってやっぱり変なやつ。声援には応える。わかりました。はい、了解。
Yeah, just the order that cards are in are just kind of like... Sounds like they had a lot of plans and they also just scrapped them at the same time. And it's like, cool, thank you, what could have been?
応援してくれるみんなのために。わかりました。はい、わかりました。
I got baited because apparently you can have emotes in YouTube chat, and I was like, oh man, do I have to make it emotes for YouTube as well? And it's like, no, you don't. I just, it's just nothing. I'm not in NYC, but yeah, global warming would be a problem, but it wouldn't give the same weather as it was like 4 years ago, right? I prefer a smaller cast. Even if there's repeats, as long as they put like a spin on it, then it wouldn't be too bad. Though I'll say it, as much as Valentines was nice, please never put this kind of fanfiction stuff again. It's a great that for the first time, but don't make it a running gag.
聖司、お疲れ。早く片付いてよかった。お疲れ、ニコ。
Like hearing there's like what 50 something boys in N stars? Is that number right? But like 50 something boys, like I would not be able to play that kind of game because it's like, man, I'm gonna go broke real fast. ECs deal with angst? Alright, listen here. What about like literally the rest of the sectors dealing with their angst? Where the fuck is Oscar? We don't have an Oscar, it's just Ian now. I've never been a hero or something like that. 54 plus, that's awful in a way. Oh my gosh. We're going after you today? Well, honestly, I'm probably gonna drop the joke soon, but for now, it's just like, alright, Oscar, I love you, but because of that, I have to make fun of you. Oh, that's fair. That's fair, Twee. If we're on a writing team, it'd be a lot more spicy. Oh, exactly, Rebel. Like, imagine trying to flesh out 54 different characters in 2 hours. That's gonna... You get, like, one sentence. Flanderization. Easily.
Nico, あんまり敵を煽ったりしちゃダメだよ。危ないから。そんなことしたっけ?
Like, at least with HELIOS, like, I'm glad that at least that they're willing to cut out some characters, like, development, just to focus on a very specific few. So, I appreciate that they're willing to, you know, take somebody to Axe and be like, goodbye, it's not personal. And then, kerchunk. Yeah, like Brad. Surely one day, Brad will get his development. Surely. Surely. I'm not coping. This is very real. Trust me. Surely he will. And it surely just also, it will happen just like how we will find out that Sirius saved Akira from the fire. They're both true. Trust me, I would never lie to you. I would never be wrong. I looked at the script.
声援には応える。了解、わかりました。はい。ごちそうもあるから楽しみにしてて。まだ物足りないな。ニコ、このままトレーニングに付き合え。絶対嫌だ。柔道ってやっぱり変なやつ。
As someone who's never played End Stars, this is very interesting to see. Wait, Knights was the one with Ritsu, right? So they were like the... Were they like the quote-unquote golden child of End Stars for a while?
まあ、聖司が言うなら気をつける。応援してくれるみんなのために。わかりました。了解。はい。
Right, right. I think I was told that actually it was Ray who was more popular than Ritsu, and I was really surprised. So, you know, me just kind of regretting my thumbnail. It's a couple months down the line. My condolences, Misha. Oh, Enstar's cash cow. Okay, alright. Well, you know, that's fair. Like how Faith is like, hey, in case of like we need more money, so they slam the glass and they're like, new Faith card. There's no substance, but it's fine. It's Faith. His fans will eat it up, and that we do. It's a trope that works. I mean, the Beams Bro angst is still going strong. They just like bring it back every once in a while, and they're like, what if we just made these brothers sad and angry at each other again? We could have had so much more with Polar Star. It was so good. Arthur Lonsberry did such a good job voicing him. And then they just dropped the ball at the end and we're like, listen here. We could have had... Remember, suffering builds character. Suffering builds character. Suffering builds character. So therefore, our favorites need to suffer. Because building character is the best part of any story. Brad needs to suffer a lot. He's always shown himself to be invincible. We can't have that. Do I have any more skip tickets? I'm curious. Oh, I do. Okay. Let me just quickly go to the team over. Nope. There we go. He has to have a weakness. I mean, like, they're probably gonna go the cliche route and be like, Brad's weakness is actually faith. And, you know, something like that. But we can go further. We can absolutely go further. We just need for something to give. I mean, that's like the basic level of angst. We need even more angst. Not just kidnapping, but like, you know, torture. For anybody on YouTube watching, we're talking about in-game, not actual people. Do not get upset. We're not talking about actual people, please. Oh, absolutely. Like, just eclipse all the rookies and be like, hey, mentors, go figure it out. Alright, Dino, go deal with your eclipse rookies and, you know, see what happened on the other side. Red, look at what happened because you decided not to have a weakness and you didn't build character. We're bringing out the big guns now. Alright, Jay, go be a hero when, like, your rookies are, like, you know, quote-unquote sons are just, like, they're fighting for the other side. We can go further. Just be like, alright, so Keith loses Dino, and he loses his rookies, so let's just finish it off by having him lose Brad. And, you know, Mr. Unlucky, he truly gets to suffer. So, you know, we got our Keith development right there. He goes from giving only one fuck to giving no fucks about anything. And we have Marion who's just like, oh, Gas, you should trust in me. And now it's just like, alright, well, how to trust in the getting eclipsified, right? Especially for Ren as well, because he's like, dude, he hates Eclipse, and now he's like part of them. Series, there should be a fake out where Series wins. Just because they hype him up as much as as so much of a threat, but like we'll have to see how they handle him when he returns. If he just like stands around and does nothing, it's like, you know, I'll say it. It's like the potential man meme. He just pulls things out of their ass and be like, this is what series can do. And, you know, there should be a reasonable, logical limit. I don't expect it this year. Maybe next year they might do it because... Okay, I just want to know, how much money has Helios made with, just in, January and February? I want to know. From you? Okay, I mean, a lot is the usual expectation. They always make money from you. There is, I just don't have it on hand right now, so I'll probably have to dig for it, through it, but I'm just really curious right now. The cost-effective gem purchase to make, first of all, that would be Helios Pass. That's the most cost-effective. Buying the packs is much more cost-effective than just buying straight-up gems, unless you're desperate. So I would say never buy those. So Helios Pass, the 20k yen pack is also pretty good. So focus on those first. I don't have the numbers off the top of my head right now. I say this as someone who also bought the JPEG. Don't buy it. It's a trap. When did I buy the JPEG? Which thinking about it, I think it was during the first year, and I think it was either Summer South or Valentines West. I don't really recall too much because, you know, traumatic memory, right? But I've bought the JPEG before. Yeah, you see, I went from, oh, this is a really cute game when I started, you know, like after re-rolling with a friend who dragged me here, to like, man, I'm gonna wail. So yeah, imagine just being like having level 100 Summer Akira and Summer Oscar and be like, guys, I'm prepared. And then I did that for Diner. I rolled for Diner as well. And then I rolled for Suits as well, because I want to cover each attribute. And then I just said, fuck it. It just went, you know, I just went downhill from there. Yeah, the game, when it started out, it was like the Wild West. But hey, back then it was like, it was a 1 and 2 star meta. You see, my mistake was getting into gacha. I'll just say it. You want to elaborate, Twee? Gacha's never a mistake? Tell us more. No. Twee is fine with Victor. I'm the one who's like, I don't want to see Victor's face. We have one thing in common, is that we both like to analyze information, but that's it. Nothing more than that. Alright. Okay. Well, alright, next one. I'll prove that Victor likes me. And I hate it. If Victor's so bad, why hot? You know, you do you. Fan didn't think Victor was awful. It was funny, but also like, I was just like, I just need you to not give me a 4-star message. And of course, you know, easy 4-star message right there. It just went downhill from there. And I'm like, where's Faith? Do I have to dig through Faith? You know, dig through this banner just to get Faith? Literally one of the constants was just, if Victor is featured on the banner, you will be there. Against my consent.
成長しているようだ。俺もルーキーたちも。アキラ、ウィル、よくやった。相手の動きをよく見ていたな。
Yeah, like watch this. We're gonna get a Victor card if he's on this banner. Is he on this banner? I need to know. No, I need percentages. For the anniversary, Dino, Sage, Junior. Yeah, you see he's right there? Watch this. Watch this. Alright, never mind. Don't watch this. Don't watch that. Don't watch that. Don't watch that. That was a mistake. You know what? That's fine. I spread him to somewhere else. That's what matters. That's what matters. He's not after me anymore. And that's perfect. No Victor? Yeah, so I'm safe now. I spread the curse of Victor onto you. But yes, he likes me a lot, for lack of a better word. Is there a max? There's no max button, is there? Alright, listen here. Helios designers, what the fuck? We need a max button. Yeah, that VDay frame. Literally. These guys. I will never be left alone at this rate. Speaking of which, I do need to actually level up these frames now. Getting jump scared by frames all the time? Great. Oh, I'm done? Oh, no. This is fine. And of course, also, this one, I love to follow me around as well. Thank you, Marion. So really, North just loves to disrespect me all the time. Even when I want them to show up, they don't show up. When I don't want them to show up, they're like crawling all over me. Do I have any other frames? Am I blind? The answer is usually yes. Not always. I don't think I ever got Chapter 7 Marion's frame. Actually, wait, do I? Yeah, oh, wait, never mind. I got it twice. Okay, I never looked at it again. Yeah, as you can see, Dino really likes me. Just with all the other frames. Against my will. Alright, I will actually grind to, 1 second. Campaign? Nope, not you. Here. How many more do I need to get the, ticket? 16. Okay. Hunting is pretty good. Oh, no, I'm just missing. We'll do 16 runs, and it will roll the ticket, and then, I think other than that, I really have nothing else planned today besides just farming. And just like talk about stuff. So that's why I'm thinking maybe I might just shorten these sessions to like 6 p.m. instead of 7 p.m. Not that I dislike speaking to you guys, it's just like, oh, I feel bad because I feel like I'm boring now. Though there is one piece of content I'm really concerned about is just I remember I made those tier list ranking stuff, and I might unlist them if only because they never really did super well, and at this point it's like I am behind by like over a year because I think the last one was just Ren's or not Ren's Gas. I never did ended up going past like Marion, Victor onwards, and I don't even know if people actually find that pretty useful. Because in the end, they're basically, you know, my takes. And I would actually overhaul the entire format altogether. So it's like, well, it'd be pretty awkward. Because I built those during my Adobe Premiere era. And I don't have Adobe Premiere anymore. Nor do I really have those old videos for reference. So like... mostly, yeah. I appreciate it. It's just but the format I had for it back then is not the format I would have for it now. I feel like it's way too static. The highlight though is talking about Initial Brad. I'll say it. Ranting about Initial Brad was just so cathartic. I could do a yearly one where I just sort all the new card releases, the 4-star ones. I could. I will drag him from SSS into F tier. Watch me. Sorry, Twee, it's the truth. He deserves to. Well, actually, he deserves to keep company with Initial Brad. But if that's the case, yeah, I guess if I have spare time, I could try to do one ranking cards from... Actually, no, it'd be too late now. Maybe if I did in January, I could do one for last year, but it's too late. So maybe this year, so... that'd be interesting. Because I did have a bit of time at the end of last year, but I didn't know what to fill it with, so I was kind of like, you know, starting the streamer era. Streaming actually? Okay. I would have to find one of those tier list makers, and I guess I could definitely do that. Yeah. No, that's a good idea. That's the only other thing I was thinking of, is just actually just stream and be like, guys, sorry, there's no Helios, there's only Helios judging. In that case, when is the next time I have time? The 12th. The 12th is when the Survive event drops, so probably not there. Maybe the 19th or 26th. I can talk about last year's. Alright, in that case, I'll slate, like, maybe either on the 19th or the 26th as a... We're gonna judge the cards from last year. And no one will be able to stop me. But I probably have to exclude the Annie... Well, actually, should I include the Annie? Maybe I might include the Annie cards. So, you know, you're gonna see me be very nitpicky.
声援には応える。
I'll just have to pencil in the schedule to see where I can put it. Just because also working on stuff for the Twitch side and also my own circumstances, so I hope I can actually do it. It's like tier listing, rankings, and stuff like that has always been pretty interesting to me as well, but I just feel like people are thinking I'm attacking the character itself. And I get it, because I'm like, I despise Victor whenever he shows the meta rules. Really, it's just a matter of the true OTP should be me with the meta. I might try it down the line, Rebel, but I think just to start, I'll probably do just an actual, like, which cards were useful, which cards weren't useful. Maybe I could do that for, like, April Fools. Just, actually, when is April 1st? It's on a Tuesday. Frick, it's on a Tuesday. No! I don't have a Victor Nui to put him in the blender, but it would be like, hey guys, this is the stream. Just figure out ways to rip this Nui apart. I guess it's just another struggle for me because like this channel was mainly oriented towards being informative, that I'm like any sort of memes and stuff, I'm a bit wary because I'm like, okay, what if this just damages the brand image or like, you know, the channel image? But if people are all for it being unhinged, I'll do it. I like memes too. If there's an Eclipse stream, Twee, if we're gonna do like a ranking of people who would join Eclipse, if you have a Fugi setup, we can just join in a call or something and just be like, let's do it. If you want to. If you don't want to, that's totally okay. I'll see about penciling it out though. Just I'll say tentatively probably April 2nd, just because that's close enough. But thank you for the food of thought, everybody. It's just a lot of things I'm trying to keep track of and thinking about because, one hand, I want to be useful, also want to make new content, also hopefully get monetized eventually, even if it's just pennies. Surely, yeah, surely if you spread the agenda enough, it'll come true, right? Right? Just quickly show that. If you say that the, you know, the Happy Elements developers, you know, they're just like us, then surely they will listen, right? And be like, yeah, so Sirius saved Akira from the fire, and then, you know, also other things, and haha, right? Right? Don't worry about it, Misha. Don't worry about it. But just imagine, like, just someone here just like taking notes and be like, I'm gonna just ship it off to Happy Elements, you know? Don't worry about it. Just, they have the notepad right now.
常に捨て身でいけばできるだろう。政治もやってみるといい。運がいいか悪いかは戦ってみればわかる。了解。はい、わかりました。負けるわけにはいかない。あれは俺の獲物だ。ごちそうもあるから楽しみにしてて。政治、お疲れ。
That's fair. Thank you for dropping by, Rebel. And I hope you get some good sleep tonight. I'm gonna end this off with, not here. Nope. Yeah. I'll probably end it with the poll. You know, stop a little bit early today, but that's fine. I felt it was pretty productive today. Alright. Let's see what happens. It'll either be a flop, it'll probably be a flop, or, you know, a reverse flop. Nobody should be surprised. I'm getting a lot of frames lately. Oh, what the fuck? Oh my god! Oh my gosh! No way! Hello, Faith! Wild. So I'm totally screwed for his frame, her birthday frame. No way. Oh, wait, well, there's... What the frick? Oh, okay, alright. What a pull. Maybe streaming is the secret of winning. That's true, but what about the content later? When it compiles stuff? Alright, well, you know... I do enjoy taking pictures of this, and then I can just be like, dude, it's easy. Yeah, copy the clipboard. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just gonna... Don't mind me? Nobody pings Solana? Yeah, I've never gotten this frame before, so I'm very happy about Hanging Ice. Especially because I've been recommended several times, but I'm like, man, I wish I had this around. Alright, so basically... my luck is extreme. Can be very good and very bad. In this case, it's good. It's snatchable. Okay. Alright. Oh my gosh, the moan. That came out of nowhere. I just forgot about that. I do want to get this set up, but I don't have enough emblems. Same with this, but I don't have enough Nico emblems, and I don't want to spend my generic ones. Oh yeah, remember this card? Yeah, remember when these cards existed? The Paraheroes? I remember. I guess if you're swinging for a lot of time, like, you have to develop that arm strength. You know, strong enough to hold on for dear life, right? Alright, anyways, I guess I'll end early, and I'll think about all the suggestions, including also just ending a little bit earlier. But thank you for everybody who decided to pop in, talk, chat, peek, lurk, etc. And I'm glad that I hope you enjoyed the stream. I will be streaming games other than Helios starting from Friday at 3 p.m. PST on my Twitch channel. So if you want to take a look, that's fine. And if you don't, that's okay too. I just want to shill it out there at least once. As well as a link to the VODs channel is at the bottom of the main page of this YouTube channel. So you can take a look too. Thank you very much. Take care and have a good night. Bye-bye.